What's going on, boys? We back, and today we're back with a freaking banger of a trade. This was a textbook A plus setup, and we're gonna hop straight into it. But first, let's just prove to you guys I'm not capping with this trade. Here's the executions. The top left is my P&L for the day, Express account. I just have all this stuff hidden because I don't know what you motherfuckers can do with that information. But the balance is now at 416. I have 4 winning days, so I'm just 1 winning day away from being eligible to take a payout. And this is the Road to First Payout series, so it's great. It's great news. We're pretty close to our goal at this point. I have $1,000. I'm $1,000 away from my max loss limit. I'm gonna continue risking about $500, right? So what that entails is that I have 2 more trades. If I lose 2 more trades in a row, I'm done. I lose the account. But if I win 1 more, then I'm eligible to take like a $500, $600 payout, right? But as you guys see, I'm at $400. So ideally, I want to build my buffer to at least a 2K balance, so that I can take out 1,000 and still have 1,000 left in drawdown. But I don't want to just withdraw the whole balance, because I don't want to just throw this account away. I want to keep it for a little bit. But yeah, let's just go over this trade real quick. So honestly, in the morning, I was very, very bullish. I had wrote it down in my journal. Today was a bullish bias, but what do? We adapt with how the market opens, right? So look, we have this order block. As you guys see here on the 15-minute, we are reacting off this order block. We break structure here on the 15-minute. We inverse this gap. I'm expecting us to like move on higher and take out these highs. Eventually reach this all-time high, but we get the exact opposite. As you guys see, what ends up happening is we manipulate above this London high right here. You see at 3 a.m. We manipulate at market open, boom, with this little wick, and then we just completely dump, right, towards my other draw of liquidity, which is this hourly low right here at 5 o'clock in the morning. That is my draw for the bearish side of things. And once we saw this manipulation distribution down, I was like, all right, brother, price is going for this hourly low or London low. So what do? I wait for retrace. Now, I almost didn't get involved in this trade because, as you guys see, we didn't get this retrace into a 5-minute fair value gap right here. But if you go to the 3-minute or the 2-minute or the 1-minute, we are in a nice fair value gap right here. Boom. We're in a nice fair value gap, so the trade is very valid. And then what do? I wait to get a reaction from these high confluence areas, right? Areas of interest, such as fair value gaps. I wait to see a reaction, proving that price is going to go down even further. And what do we get? We get a nice doji wick right here. But then this is the key. This is the key right here. This is the sauce. We get a huge displacing candle down. Now this is very, very key. You have to look at momentum and the size of these candles. You don't want to enter on bearish candles like this, bro. You know how many people could get cooked right here? I guarantee you there are people out there that got cooked like this. I'll show you. This is a trade I potentially would have taken in the past. So we see this 1-minute for value gap, right? Boom. Right here. And you're so horny for shorts. You see one tap in, and you get this rejection candle right here. I would have, honestly, the old me, I would have taken that. I literally would have taken this trade right here. Boom. Immediately stopped out. I would have taken this rejection candle. Do you see this huge wick I'm talking about right here? This 934 candle. We retrace into a PD, right? And we get a nice rejection out of it on the 1-minute. I would have taken that in the past. But the reason why I didn't take that this time is because I want deeper retraces. I don't want my stop to be right here when we have all this imbalance, right? Resting above it. So what I do now is when I enter, I wait for a nice deep retrace like what you see here, we move how many points? From the bottom of this leg to the height of the retrace, we move 36 points. That's a healthy retrace. 36 points, right? And then once we retrace and then we see this nice displacing candle, it's pretty obvious where price is going to go next. So I just sell, stop loss at these body highs, because I sold with 12 micros, and my stop, if it was up here, would be too much, so I had it right at these bodies. It's still like a legit stop, you know. If price comes all the way back up to these wicks, I'm screwed anyway. But yeah, pretty much we dumped straight to my TP right here. I went break even after this low, so I was very, very cautious. You know what I mean? I pretty much went risk off right away. As soon as I entered, we took out this, what's it called, interior low. But as you guys see, price just completely flushed. If we held on to this trade, we could have honestly had a 10R trade. Risking $500, 10R, brother. I could be taking a 2-3K payout, brother, if I caught this. But you can't think like that, because that's not my system, you know. My system is revolved around high win rate, low RR setup. So something like this is exactly what I need to look for. That's exactly what I take. I take something like this. Boom, boom, right there. 1 to 1.3 RR. And that is a beautiful trade. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very hyped with this trade. And I realized a couple things over the weekend. I like to reflect on the weekends, and I spend a lot of time thinking about my trading and like, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? How can I improve? And I realized that I need to start reading more, because when you read books, you are exposed to different thoughts from different people, and that influences you to have different thoughts, which can lead to improvement and changes in your life, you know? If you don't read books and you just consume the same garbage every day, right? You live your normal day-to-day routine and you don't consume any new information or opinions or thoughts, you're just having the same repetitive thoughts every single day, nothing's going to change with your life, you know what I mean? And for me, I am not considered profitable yet from a results standpoint. So I realized that I am not in a position where I can just coast right now and go on autopilot. I need to consciously like plug in new information to my head constantly, just so I can make adaptations and eventually get to where I want to be. But I'm reading this book called Atomic Habits. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Very freaking popular. But it just made so much sense, and it pertains to trading so heavily. It talks about how like success isn't dependent on like one singular event or singular outcome or like one singular practice. It's dependent on the overall habits, you know what I mean, from every single day. So it talks about the British cycling team, right? And how they were asked for like 10-20 years. I don't think they medaled once in the Olympics. They never won a Tour de France. But they had this new coach come in, and he was like an expert on habits and improving. And all he did with the team, the same athletes, bro, all he did with the team was look for tiny ways to improve. If it was like, I think they used like a heat pad so their muscles were the right temperature. He changed the outfits so they were more aerodynamic. He changed the actual like the seats on the bike so that it was more comfortable. They can train more. They changed the pillows and the mattresses of these guys so they can sleep better. And all of those little, if you just look at one of those things individually, you're like, oh, that's not going to make a huge difference in the competition. But if you look at all of the things together and all of the accumulation benefits from all the little changes and adjustments these guys made, it had a huge impact on their success in competition. They won. It was one of the greatest runs in cycling team's history. They won like a bunch of gold medals. They won. A lot of their athletes won the Tour de France, and that just goes to show how it's the little things every single day that you do that lead to the big successes and the big championships. You know, on the first night you change your pillowcase and you're like, oh, this ain't gonna do shit, you know what I mean? But over a long period of time, the increase in sleep quality will have a lot bigger impact on your cycling performance than you may believe. And it's the same thing with trading, you know? I'm going to start to look for every single tiny way I can improve. And I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. And in the long run, all of these good habits that I build will result in a very, very profitable, very rich life, you know? Like right now, I can make a little change, like go to sleep at a certain time. Consistent time, I go to sleep 11 p.m., let's say, for example. Obviously, the first couple days, I won't see any difference. But think about it from a 6 month point of view, even a year point of view from now. Going to sleep at 11 p.m. every single day. I will wake up feeling consistent. That's the number one thing. I will be emotionally, mentally more consistent in the morning when I wake up. Because I'm going to be getting the same amount of sleep every night. Like that in the long run will have such a great impact on my trading performance. What's another thing I can improve on? I think I have the technical side of the trading down, you know, the one trade a day, all those habits I have and they're chilling. Like say today I won this trade and I wanted to look for more shorts because I saw this momentum, but I'm like, dude, I can't catch any more shorts. What the fuck am I going to target? But I have the habit of just being one trade a day and I'm done, right? That's one habit I've already ingrained in my mind. But another habit that I need to start engraving into my routine is to come into the market open with the same mentality and thought process. Because my thought process when coming to the market after taking 2 losses in a row, is completely different from my mentality going into the market, let's say on a Monday or a Tuesday on a fresh week. Like my mentality differs a lot depending on the recent trading days. And I really, really have to work on this. And what I think is the issue is that once I take a loss or 2 in a row, I lose the confidence that I had previously. And I am looking for an opportunity that isn't there. I start looking for ways to show myself that I am doing enough, that I am on the right track by getting a win on the day. And that's just not how you can trade, bro. You can't force a win on a day. So for example, that previous trade that I told you with this huge rejection wick. So let's say yesterday I lost a trade, right? I would be way more likely to take that bullshit trade if I lost yesterday. It sounds crazy to you guys, but I don't know if you guys have this issue too. But say I lost yesterday, I would have came into the market today and been like, dude, I need to get a win today, you know? I need to get a win. I need to prove to myself that I'm actually good at this and that I know what I'm doing. I need to get a win today for my ego to be okay. But that is just not what trading is, dude. And you have to get rid of that ego. You got to get rid of that voice in your head. So that's why every morning I'm going to come to the market, and my new goal, I wrote this down in my journal. My goal for the day, let's go into it real quick. My goal today is to build good, profitable habits and develop them into a consistent system. The goal is not to win this individual trade and make money today, but to practice good habits. Main habit I have to work on is to come into the market with clear eyes, not blinded by my urge to feel like a winner. A lot of people trade because they want to feel like a winner, but you cannot go into a certain day expecting to feel like a winner. And you can't associate winning with winning a trade, because in reality, winning is just following your system. Whether it's a win or loss on the specific trade doesn't matter. You can't associate winning a trade with being a winner at life, because then you will always be trying to force that emotion and force that good dopamine feeling, that serotonin feeling every single day. Obviously this trade feels good, and I am in a slight state of euphoria, but I'm not gonna fucking go around and start talking shit to everyone, you know what I mean? Dude, it's just everyday thing, This is an everyday normal occurrence. I've won a ton of trades like this. I've lost a bunch of trades like this. I know that tomorrow I could easily lose whatever I gained today. So I just need to practice the good habits and staying in more of a consistent mental state. I can't be going I can't get down on myself when I lose, and I can't get too high when I win. I have to practice just maintaining very like steady and level, and then I think that will greatly increase my ability to see the market clearly for what it is, not for what I want it to be, right? But this was just a huge yap sesh, but there is some sauce in here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's a lot of sauce in here, and yeah, this is gonna be episode 8 or 9 of this little series I'm doing, and yeah, I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys had a great trading day as well. I know if you trade similar style to me, this is a very easy free day for you guys. But yeah, deuces, boys.